Okay, so this morning I tested out this like AI survey tool that I keep seeing people be like, oh my God, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. I was like, okay, is it amazing? Let's see. And so I tried to walk the line between someone who like knows a lot about survey design and someone who is using this because they know nothing about survey design to see like how would it actually work for people who don't have experience with survey design and just like want to write good questions. So I decided to test drive this for a feedback survey for my survey design course that I teach. And in the survey description, I gave more details than I think many people probably would. Like maybe I'm wrong, but I was like trying to set it up for success, right? So I'm like, this is a survey for people who took my course on survey design, and then I describe some of the things I want to learn from the survey. Some people might just stop at like, this is a course for feedback on an event, right? But I like wanted to err on the side of being more descriptive to really see what this platform can do. So here we are. Sorry, my typing's so slow. I'm not really good at these over talk recording things. But right, giving in some specifics. Could I be more specific? Yes. But again, I think I'm being more specific already than the typical user would be. And then in advanced options, I put in some specific instructions. And I did this because last time I used a survey generator, it did everything open-ended. So here I was like, use only multiple choice questions. And then I further clarified that it would be okay for them to be single select or multiple select. Like people could just choose one answer or they could choose multiple answers. And again, I did this just because in the past I tend to get a lot of open-ended responses and I definitely don't want to see those. So then I clicked make my survey. So here's what I'll say. This is not at first glance like a bad survey. Like I am impressed with how it did. And at the same time, I would caution anyone against using the survey as is, which just always brings me back to the point that you need to learn good survey design. Even if AI is going to design your survey, you still need to know good survey design because AI does not. Question, what did you like most about the course? You can only select one thing. I don't think I would do that. I think I would want to know all the things that someone liked about a course. And most importantly, these answers don't cover the full spectrum because someone could have liked nothing about the course, and I would want to know that. And someone could have really liked something else about the course. There needs to be another option. Now then when we do the similar thing with what did you dislike about the course, now suddenly I can tell you many things I dislike about the course. So I can tell you one thing that I most liked about the course, but a ton of things that I disliked about the course. But it has the same issue. What if I loved everything about the course? So I'm like, yeah, there's nothing I disliked. There's not an option for me here. What if there's something else I really disliked about your course that is not on this list? I don't have the other option to share that with you here. That's not good. This problem continues with other questions, making me think that this AI doesn't know about having like exhaustive covering like the full range of possibility in responses. You need an other. Unless it's possible that like everything's covered in this list, there couldn't possibly be anything else, you need another. You also always need to allow for the option that someone's like, no improvements, no suggestions. That's a full range of responses. The survey is not doing that. What was the most valuable thing you learned at this course? You'll note that I said only multiple choice and it did not do multiple choice here. Just an interesting side note. I also think that this question isn't really that specific. I always like to anchor it in. What is the most valuable thing? I probably wouldn't use the word valuable. I'd be like, what is the most useful thing you learned about survey design? Just making it a little bit more specific. Then the survey wraps up with on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate the overall quality of the course, 1 being poor and 10 being excellent? You know me, I'm not asking overall general questions. This does not give me specific information. If overall they rate me a 2, what do? I need to know specific things. Maybe if they rate me a 2, I go back to what they disliked and what they liked and combine all that data together. No, I would rather have them rate very specific aspects of the course, rating the content, rating the teaching style, rating the person teaching it, right? Like getting specific about things I could actually improve on if the rating was bad, or things I could highlight if the rating was good. Also, generally, I never start with a 1. I always start with a 0 if it's a up to 10 scale, because I just like to mirror the Net Promoter Score, which we can talk about later. But it's a 0 to 10. It's an industry standard. I would never start at a 1. I would always start at 10. I don't like using the word poor. Would I recommend Survey Noodle? Like all these other people are like, oh my gosh, this makes survey design so easy. It has some good suggestions, some good starting points for questions, but it does not know all the good practices that you need to put into place to design a quality survey. So even if you want to use it, you're going to still need to learn best practices in survey design because it hasn't.